particularly Ben Alexander on the tight head side, will be looking to get a big hit and see if they can wheel the US into the touchline, put some pressure on their scrum.
It didn't look good on this side with James Slipper.
Kofol, his scrums resetting. Two good pressure tackles that Quade Cooper made then. One on the lock and one then on the wing. Pretty good for a bloke that can't tackle.
Oh, look, he can really tackle, Quade, when his mind's on. I think if you give him time at the back, he makes good decisions in defence. It's probably in the front line where he gets confronted by a much quicker decision-making process that sometimes he can struggle a little bit.
You know, he goes with the ball a lot when he's in that front line defence. Instead of making a tackle, he'll try to strip the ball.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a good scrum.
Good scrum.
Oh.
And it's going to be a try down the short side for JJ Gargiano.
Brilliant.
Big Wallaby scrum, but all of a sudden it popped out and there was no defence on the short side. And aren't they happy? The USA on the score sheet, 10-5.
One of the reasons it popped out is because all three back rowers are actually pushing for a change.
Yeah, I know, that'll put the end of the back rowers pushing in the Wallaby scrum because they were so focused on that part of it. Rocky Elsom just allowed, the number 8 Gargiano to just pick and go quickly. There was no other move that he was going to do, Gargiano. He was 100% focused on that, and you could see Rocky
only got hands.
Yeah, and he was pushing in. As Ben Alexander was sort of angling in, that sort of forced Rocky to have to angle in as well. And he just couldn't change his direction quickly enough to pick up Gargiano.
Well, it's the last thing we would have expected, a number 8 to be going forward that quickly when their scrum was going backwards.
That quickly.
I'll tell you what, though, it's a disconnect between the back line, how they should defend a scrum like that, because the Wallabies were obviously going to try to wheel the US team towards the touchline through their tight head. The only option was for the number 8 to pick up and go right, and Drew Mitchell was defending on the right-hand side of the Wallaby scrum. They need to think a little bit more about their rugby in those situations. Not enough homework done there.
So Malifa, can he narrow the gap? Not a bad strike. It's coming round.
Got it. Oh, poster.
So it's 10-5. Australia over the USA, and that's certainly going to give the Americans some confidence. And poor defence on the short side by the number 3 ranked team in the world, playing the 17th ranked team in the world. And no disrespect to the 15 that are out there, but they made 14 changes to last week's starting team, the Americans, and so this is supposedly their second string.
Well, that's what happened. The Americans have worked so hard, 16 phases belting away to finally get a scrum, and it came easy.
Well, will it fire the Wallabies up again? He does. It's into touch.
Who's in his 22.
Line out about 11 from halfway. USA territory. 2 tries to 1.
One thing they have done, take their chances so far, the Wallabies. They're back down here since USAS made that gap. USA capitalised. Genia has a dart through the centre, successful.
Ducked under a high one there, and it's advantage. The referee spotted it.
Chance if the Wallabies go wide fast. They're a bit narrow in defence of the USA.
Cooper to Horn. Inside ball to Palu.
Good carry. Here's the goat.
Cooper. Beale. Beale. Dummying. Beale looking for support. Now he offloads to Faenga.
Brilliant offload. Faenga's lost it.
And
now we'll come back to the scrum, I'd reckon.
Yeah, no advantage there for the Americans.
Oh, special ball by Beale. Faenga got hold of it, but then lost it in the tackle. I'd be going wide as often as possible to Beale. He's got him on the outside. Then that little step. Brilliant stuff. That was good too. Just stripped in the tackle on the way down, Anthony Faenga.
Never really got it under control, Anthony Faenga. It happened so quickly, the ball just appeared for him. He got it, but couldn't get his body into the right position as he hit the ground and spilled it. Now there's another opportunity for the Wallaby scrum to put pressure on. This one will be fine because there's nowhere to go. Will Genius on the right-hand side will tackle the number 8 if he comes off.
Keith, what about the defensive line now for the Wallabies? For Enga in that fly half channel, Horn and Adam Ashley Cooper from the right wing at outside centre.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you know, I don't mind it at all because it gives them 3 wonderful counter-attackers at the back. One of our strengths is their counter-attack. You put Quade Cooper back there at fullback and he's such a good counter-attacker.
Gaggiano.
McCalman's missed an easy one on Gaggiano.
The number 8 for the USA, the try scorers from the University of Cape Town. And that is into touch. So another opportunity for the Wallabies to attack. 27 minutes gone in the first half. 10-5, Australia over the USA.
Ben McCalman wouldn't want to have a look at that tackle again on replay, Kernsey. A lot of hands, no shoulders, trying to tackle Gaggiano. The number 8 for the USA is looking magnificent.
Yeah, and that's the right side of the scrum up as well.
Rob Horn gives it to
the left, but
for
on the
Enga.
right side.
Genia to Cooper, showing it on the inside, then trying to offload in an impossible situation. He had 2 players all around him and he tried to offload to Lodenau. So again, poor decision making.
You saw that down advantage against you, wrong side.
And it's against Drew Mitchell, this penalty that's coming up for the USA if they want it. Nothing happening there, so penalty America.
How could he say nothing was happening there when Newsas just got the ball away to the hooker who was about to march 3 or 4 metres upfield? Just cut that advantage way too short.
We're saying Drew Mitchell there was on the ball, must have kept on fiddling with it. He was trying to get
out of there.
That's ridiculous. Come on. He was scrambling out. He was actually physically getting out of the ruck.
Nessie Malifa finding touch, so another good attacking position for the Eagles.
US reserves.
Very excited about the performance so far.
Wallabies just haven't been able to get their momentum by controlling the ball. Too many soft turnovers, easy turnovers, not treasuring the ball as much as they should. Nathan Sharp's done a good job here to infiltrate through the middle. Nigel Owens has said he's fine.
Now Hughes are able to put the phases together leading up to their first try. And that is offside. No, they're saying it's okay.
I think it came off Polodinau's feet accidentally. Malifa.
And the Sifa almost found a gap. News has Malifa. Scully from fullback. He says again, picks up big Hayden Smith, his Aussie mate.
I've got to say the momentum's with the USA, all the ball.
Oh,
the
super
inside
nut.
pass is great. And now they cough it up though, so that's unfortunate.
Advantage is yours if you want.
So Rocky Elsom having a run. Advantage is over. Gives it now to Adam Ashley Cooper. And he's got a prop to beat. Got rid of one. Inside. Beale, they won't stop him. Curtly Beale from one end of the field to the other. Great try, Australia.
Oh, well done, Rocky Elsom. When that ball went to deck, there are a few Wallaby players around the ball that were happy just to play the knock on and let the scrum happen. He had the urgency to get in there and go. He showed the enthusiasm that a leader needs to. Well done, Rocky.
When we see the replay, you watch Rob Simmons, he pushed himself away from the ball, just fell over. We'll have a look. Here's the error. The ball goes back on the inside. Looked like there was a gap opening up there, but there's the ball. Swearin puts it down. A lot of the Wallabies just standing back going, oh, we'll wait for the scrum. Not Rocky Elsom. Went wide, fending off 2, and then gave it to Adam Ashley Cooper, who spotted, hey, fat guy in front of me, I'll take him on, and then bust that tackle, and then it become easy peasy. Beale, just a foot race, untouched, under the post.
Oh, I'm feeling sorry for that bloke. I think that was Eric Fry chasing then, as it happened in the first try from the Las Vegas Blackjacks, because he's been working his heart out, but he's just getting these super quick blokes on him all the time.
15-5.
Wallabies needed that. They hadn't had a try for more than 20 minutes.
Well, we got that one.
And third time lucky from right in front. Cooper adds the extra 2. 17-5, Cave.
Needed the try, I agree with that. Interesting that the Wallabies not that effective at the breakdown. To me, the open side flanker now is a position in rugby almost as specific as hooker and halfback. You've got to have a backup specialist. Wallabies don't. Ben McCalman's getting found out. We're not effective at the breakdown. Haven't turned the ball over yet at the breakdown. I suspect if we had a specialist open side, we probably would have got a couple of pilfers.
Yep.
What were those two crucial specialist positions you just mentioned then, Cave?
One of them was